wada denyo wada dai and God denyo wada dai. This is the black pot. AKA Kukushunamo, where we speak truth to power. Now here we don't criticize, but if we must criticize, we'd only just criticize to build and not to destroy. That is why we say we are in the service of God and country. This is the voice of the people, and the voice of the people is the voice of God. Yes. Now the very first story I want to look at today is coming from TreeNews.com. And today my producer asks, you truly want to deal with this? I said, yes, man. I think we should deal with it, man. All right? So this one here is coming from TreeNews.com. And it says, GSPD cautions Shatta Wale for mocking Stonebwoy with his disability. We will soon find out what GSPD is all about. Let's see what going on. All right? So this one says, now the Ghana Society of the Physically Disabled, GSPD, has cautioned popular artist Charles Ni Amamensa, popularly known as Shatta Wale, for his alleged mocking of persons with disabilities during a recent performance. Now this warning comes in light of Shatta Wale's mockery of Livingston Echesetekla, known in the music industry as Stonebwoy, who has a known disability. Now, during his performance at a recent event, Shatta Wale made derogatory gestures and remarks that were perceived as mocking persons with disabilities. Now, the video of the incident went viral on social media, drawing widespread criticism from the public. You are a bad person. That is why God made you a disabled person. You are a disabled person. Don't try to fight an able person, Shatta Wale said. Now the incident has sparked a conversation about the importance of inclusivity and respect for all individuals. Now, in response to the incident, the GSPD released a statement dated April 15, condemning Shatta Wale's actions. Now, they emphasize that mocking persons with disabilities is not only offensive, but also a violation of their rights. Now, the GSPD called for awareness and education to promote inclusivity and respect for all individuals, regardless of their disabilities and abilities. Now, the GSPD takes exception to this statement and asks Shatta Wale to retract the statement, remove such video from social media, and apologize to all persons with disability and to all Ghanaians. The statement said. It is only in Ghana people like Sarkordie can commit abortions and never go and see the lady they had the abortion with, even though they drove them to the airport for the abortion. And right after that, come and make a song and call them prostitutes and still be walking as if nothing happened. You remember when this incident happened, I called for a ban, my brother, my sister, or a boycott of Sarkordie's music. And remember, I also called my brother, my sister, for a national conversation on some of these issues. My brother, my sister, you drive a lady that you impregnated to a hospital for an abortion. 3, 4, 5, 6 days after the abortion, you didn't have the courtesy to call and say, hey, how did it go? I hope you are okay, even if that was your enemy. Years down the line, my brother, my sister, same artist who claims money is not a problem to him, my brother, my sister, will make a song and call the same woman that he had that abortion with years back a whore, a street product. And when I called for a boycott of his ambassadorial deals and so on and so forth, trouble. But innocent, sick, genuinely sick people like Funny Face would have their endorsement deals pulled out. My brother, my sister, genuinely sick people like Abna Koko will never get any endorsement deals unless it's about doggy style and prostitution. Yet, my brother, my sister, these are people who are genuinely sick. Genuinely sick people would lose their ambassadorial deals, whilst people who are not even an iota sick violate people's rights left, right, and center, and nothing happens to them. It's only in a country like this that such foolishness will continue to happen. When this happened, many were those who said, oh, he's jealous of Sarkordie. Jealous of what? Do you know who you are talking about? I am not jealous of anything in this world because I see higher than just material things. My brother, my sister, Sarkordie did this. Nothing happened to him. So the next moment he goes to America, or is it England? And then somebody comes out in a country that has rights for human beings and animals to ask him, did you really say this about Yvonne Nelson? And to hide, what did he say? Oh, the song was actually leaked. In fact, I recorded in the studio. I didn't intend to release it. I changed my mind about the whole thing and somebody leaked it. Such tomfoolery. You violate a woman that you had an abortion with. Finally, you come out and call her a prostitute. You never apologize for this. And you still have people around who say Black Rasta is jealous, is envious, because you live in a country that has no rights for human beings, no rights for animals. When Shatta Wale first started calling Stonebwoy a disabled person, mocking him, walking the way he walked and all that, I quietly looked at Ghana to see what Ghana would do. Behind the scenes, I did what I could. I condemned it a number of times. This is not the first time Shatta Wale is calling Stonebwoy a disabled guy. It's happened time and again. He's mimicked the way he's walked. He's been on social media from that time, and social media never forgets. It's still in there. My brother, how did Stonebwoy get his disability, if it can be called a disability at all? In fact, he was a twin. His father narrated this story to me over 20 years ago. He said, listen, and his father kept telling me, he wasn't born like this, oh, he wasn't born like this, oh, sometimes amidst tears, and his Stonebwoy can attest to this. He said, we were in a car with his twin brother. We were going somewhere, driving, and all of a sudden, boom, there was an accident. And that accident took the life of Stonebwoy's twin brother. It was not just a mere accident that gave him the so-called disability. It was an accident that took the life of his younger brother. If anybody would insult Stonebwoy at all, I don't think that they should be reminded of this gory thing that happened to this boy at that early age. It's saddening. I am not going to moralize it on anybody, because I know how in this country people are quick to take sides without bringing common sense to the table. Nobody wants to be reminded of the incident that happened. Somebody lost his brother, a twin brother, the brother that he slept in the same womb with, pushed out at the same time, albeit a couple of minutes difference. Nobody should ever be reminded of the goriness of that day. You have mocked this boy over and over, and blatantly you can see that it's had a toll on the mentality of Stonebwoy. Those of you who understand psychology, you will know by the way Stonebwoy behaves, you can tell that it's had a big toll on him. Number one, he tried to go and fix his leg. Several years after, it was said was impossible. I personally contributed to the fixing of his leg over 20 years ago, and he's been saying it. I don't need to say it. We tried to fix that leg, but we were told then that it wasn't possible. It will remain like that unless we had a hefty amount of money to fly him out. At the time, we couldn't even fly him to Togo. Today, my brother, my sister, if the boy, I still call him a boy because at the time that he was introduced to me, he was just a little boy. My brother, he was given the chance to make money. And of course, now he tries to fix his leg. It's not perfect. But that's what it is. Should disability even be a certain kind of whatever? Let me tell you something. In Jamaica, they have a culture of the diss something. They diss each other. In dancehall, this simply means to insult, but they never use or call mother and father when they diss. It is a law in dancehall. You don't call somebody's mother. You don't call somebody's father. My brother, my sister. In other words, even in dancehall, there are rules of dissing. Again, I am not going to moralize it on anybody. But as it stands right now, I think that is taking the disabled people society or people living with a disability too long to react to this. And you know, some people will tell you, a fight has no formula. Anything that will say to affect the next person so he can feel it, you will go ahead. Even if it's about mentioning their mother, mentioning their father. But I don't believe in that. My brother, you won't be enemies forever. Like me and Shatta Wale had our differences. After some time, we fixed it up in one way or the other. I am glad that I never mentioned anything that I would sit back and say, this is deep. I think I shouldn't have mentioned this. That's how it should go. You should always think about a day that you will come together again. And you wouldn't regret some really terrible things that you said. That will bar you from even coming together. Now the disability, the people living with disability. Now when you follow international laws, you realize that our diction has even changed because of these people. Now we don't call them disabled people. We call them people living with disability. Are you aware of that? We don't call them blind people. We say people who are visually impaired. We don't call them cripples anymore. You know what we call them? People with physical disability. But these are words Shatta Wale uses every time. Cripple. You are a cripple. You are disabled. Don't fight an abled man. You see that? Now, when you say this, you might think that you are attacking Stonebwoy alone, but you are attacking all people with disability because you said it is because he is so wicked and is a bad man. That's why he's disabled. How about the one who died in the accident? Was he also bad? Please, let's be careful what we say. Let's be measured. I know when some people get angry, they say anything at all, but that's not an excuse. You got to work on it. If this was a country like America or England or such countries, my brother, Shatta Wale will be banned. In fact, the accounts have a saying, say yenyinia yensra kutia yansra akotia. You don't laugh at the short man. My brother, my sister, if you are not grown, you don't laugh at the... Look, any accident can happen. A lot of musicians in Ghana smoke and drink. And I think Shatta Wale smokes and drinks too. I don't know what he smokes. I don't know what he drinks. But we have seen him several times smoking and drinking. My brother, anything can happen. If today you are disabled in one way or the other, should it call for people to laugh at you? Let's be careful. I believe that these are two wonderful brothers who can fix up differences. It might not take them the same time to come to the conclusion of being friends. But we must remember that it will not remain like this forever. Yes. And I'm so disappointed in a few people who are supporting this. All in the name of dancehall and music. No. My brother, my sister, anything can happen. Especially that we live in a country where cars drive anyhow. Where buildings are not put up well. Anything can break and fall on us and break our legs and break our hands. In that case, what do? We commit suicide. I'm glad Stonebwoy has not responded in any way. Well-meaning people would come into the picture, and I'm sure that they will be able to speak to those parties. And my brother, my sister, we believe that things might get better. You cannot be in America and go on a rant and call people disabled people and blah, blah, blah people. Your music will all of a sudden be boycotted. Look at what happened to Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods did not insult anybody as a disabled person. Tiger Woods did not insult anybody's mother or father like these two people are doing to each other. He went into a hotel room with a prostitute. He lost all his endorsement deals. Huh? Look at the other guy, Kanye West. Anti-Semitic talk. He lost all his endorsement deals. He lost everything. Today, he's one of the people that have gone quiet. That is a way they discipline people out there. Not in our country. The more you insult people, the more people run after you and clap for you. The more you insult people's mothers, call them disabled people, the more you misbehave, is the more people come after you. Please, if we don't say this, who else will say it? To God be the glory. Now, there's another thing I quickly want to look at here, and I need it to come along. It's coming from my Joy Online. And it says, ECG board members to cough out 5.868 million Ghana cedis in PURC fine over doing so. And I read. Now, about members of the Electricity Company of Ghana, ECG, who served in office from 1st January to the 18th of March 2024, are to pay a regulatory charge of 5,868,000 Ghana cedis in fines for superintending over power outages without any notification to power consumers between January and March this year. Now, the board includes the ECG MD, Samuel Mahama Dubik, and 8 others. Now, the current Deputy Energy Minister, Herbert Krapper, chairs the board, but he won't be affected as his tenure falls outside the period of the regulatory orders. My brother, if this thing happens to us as Ghanaians, it will help us become human beings rather than animals. A lot of Ghanaians behave like animals. No wonder a friend of mine in England, from Obuasi, wherever you are, Wahab Owusu, he told me when I visited him in England years back, a dog was running on the street, and I was beginning to get frightened because I don't truly like dogs around me like that. And he said, oh, don't worry, this is England. In England, dogs behave better than some Ghanaians. That statement has never left me. Now I know it is true. In some countries, human beings behave better than some Ghanaians in this country. This is what I say, and some people don't like, but that is the truth. In some countries, my brother, dogs and cats, when they are going to toilets, they jump on their owners until the owners wake up and open up the door for them to go out and do whatever they are supposed to do. In Ghana, unless there's no gutter in front of your house, Martin, pop, abada. You pour all sorts of things in the gutter. And in front of the gutter, there's a woman who is selling gobe. And she's touted as the best gobe seller in the whole area. After all, when the flies jump from whatever you have poured into the gutter, after dancing a zonto on that, they come and dance agbaja on top of the bees. And when you eat the beans, say, beans way there. Have you ever heard some people telling you that gobe that is sold in front of a gutter or certain food that is sold in front of a gutter is the best? Go to Nima. A big percentage of all the food sold in Nima is in front of gutters. And when you look in those gutters, it's like there's a conference of flies all over the place. Yet your religion teaches you that cleanliness is next to godliness. You see Amaria dressed like a goddess. She's coming out. Go to her room and see. There are more than 700 cockroaches and 7 rats and mice in that room. She has just left a kuraba full of some things I can't mention inside for the past 3 days. She's going to the mosque. She has sprayed herself so nice and so wallahi ajia I'm a spraying kingadeba easy ban you wallahi maka kamin rananda Sheikh Abdulaziz ya maka she kamin wanga la ilaha illallah. Why do you give cleanness only to the skin, and deep inside you is nothing but wickedness and death? That's what is happening at ECG. Board members sat down and took 36,000 Ghana cedis each at each sitting. Now it's amounted to 5.8, my brother, my sister, 5.868 million Ghana cedis for just 8 people, or is it 9 people? What did they go there to sit and talk about? That each person took 36,000 Ghana cedis. Board members, a lot of them are old, sickly, dying people sitting there. They couldn't give us a timetable for dumso. They were only interested in taking the money. And a lot of Ghanaian workers are like that. They go to work, but no, they are not going to work. They just went to show their faces so they could sleep all day and then return home and sleep again. Yet the difference is that they take money at the end of the month. Why are we doing this to our country? For Ghana, government work is a joke. When you are employed by the government, depending on your boss, listen, depending on your boss, it will just be another place for you to sleep. If you have a good boss with common sense, he would make sure everybody works. Your supervisors would make sure that you work. Yet these are the same idiots who leave this country and go to America and England, and they put up their best for white people. They owe allegiance to the white man more than they owe to their own black people. These old sickly board members are taking 36,000 Ghana cedis per sitting. My salary is not even a quarter that. Your salary is not even 5% that. Yet you are more able, as in age, strength, and power. Fire will burn all these people one after the other in a professional way. Fire will burn all these people night and day. Posterity will judge them. There's something here I quickly want to look at. I didn't intend to look at this, but I'm going to spend just 2 minutes on this. It says, Ejusu NPP primary. Chairman Wontumi explains why Kwesi Nyantakyi lost. And it just came in. It says, the Ashanti Regional Chairman of the New Patriotic Party, NPP, Bernard Nchibo Siakun, popularly known as Chairman Wontumi, has shed light on the outcome of the Ejusu primary contest, particularly regarding the performance of former Ghana Football Association President Kwesi Nyantakyi. Chairman Wontumi, speaking in an interview on Adum FM on April 15, 2024, offered some insight into Nyantakyi's performance, citing health issues as a contributory factor to his subdued campaign efforts. It's a lie. Miss Oeleta. It's a lie. Ha! Kwesi Nyantakyi could be as healthy as a newborn duckling. Ha! Kwesi Nyantakyi could be as healthy as the lion in the jungle. He will still lose. Which man in his right senses would vote for Kwesi Nyantakyi? Have we so soon forgotten number 12? Where blatantly and in front of naked cameras, he boasted to the world that he had the president in his pocket, and therefore bribe should be given to him so he could also bribe people with loud mouths to keep. This guy is shameless, this Kwesi Nyantakyi guy. All of a sudden, he started going around on some media spree. Oh, Anas actually was bribed to come and destroy me. We don't care. The most important thing is what is on the ground, not allegations. My brother, my sister, you were the boss of Ghana football for so long, for crying out loud. We loved you. Very cool and humble man. We loved you. We truly loved you, and I think I still do. All of a sudden, we saw you on camera, greedily asking for money to be able to support yourself so that you would help a foreigner take over the whole Ghana. Can you believe that? He was even impugning on money laundering. He had companies where money could be wired in. He's not talking about these things. As I said the first time, Kwesi Nyantakyi, for crying out loud, it's time for you to apologize to the good people of this country that you let down. It's not enough to apologize to your party president, Nana Akufo-Addo. I say party president because many Ghanaians don't see him as their president anymore. Therefore, he's the president of the NPP. Even amongst the NPP, there are umpteen number of people who do not see him as their president. And one of them is Dr. Nyaho Tamaklo and more. Should I say more? Nyantakyi, stop this childish behavior. Talk to the people straight away. Hey, I goofed. I messed up. That is how a man should approach things. Yes, in my quest to do more for Ghana, I think I got greedy. Hey, everybody has a level of greed in him or her. You will not be the first person. Accept it. That is what a man who is not a coward does. I goofed. I am sorry, Ghana. Forgive me. So next time when you are coming, at least Ghanaians have seen that you have apologized, but not to go around and do dirty damage control. Oh, you know, Anas was paid to actually destroy me, you know, and you see, and we are not interested in what we are interested in is the nation Ghana. The people of Ejusu, I thank you. If you had voted for this man, you had voted for a walking illegality. If the people of Ejusu had voted for Nyantakyi, they would have voted for a walking illegality. A figment of the fight against corruption. Hallelujah. Hear this. It's even a shame that the NPP decided to allow him to run on the ticket of the NPP, because it's a shameless party. You know why it's a shameless party? It's under the NPP that Nyantechi was suspended and so disgraced. Yet under the same NPP, he is not qualified to run as the GFA whatever, but he's qualified to run on the party's ticket. What a dirty party. Well, I think that I have gone past my time, and my producer is signaling me, telling me, Black Rasta, I think we have to go. Let me see if I can take one more story before I leave you. In the interim, my brother, my sister, things are happening in our nation. Jesus have mercy. My producer is typing out something for me. I'm waiting for him to drop that thing, and then we will see whatever we can see. Oh, Jesus have mercy. Many more things are coming up. Jesus have mercy. Lord God have mercy. To the bongo clippings. This one is coming from Ghana Web, and that's what I'm going to close with. It says, a president who tries to fix corruption now would die in 2 weeks. And this is Okyeame Kwame speaking. A president who tries to fix corruption now would die in 2 weeks. Okyeame Kwame speaks. And I read, popular Ghanaian artist Okyeame Kwame has suggested that the solution to Ghana's problem lies in the mindset of the future generation. According to the rap doctor, the current political landscape is so ingrained in corruption that no significant change can be made. He pointed out that any president attempting to fix the country would rather end up dead due to the prevalence of corrupt individuals. The NDC, the NPP cannot help Ghana. Family is what can help Ghana. Now the problem affecting us as a people is a problem of the mind. Now the corrupt system cannot fix itself. It makes a lot of people rich and happy. If a president wants to come and fix corruption in the country right now, he will die within 2 weeks. I agree with you, just that there's a little disagreement. And the little disagreement is this. He will not even reach 2 weeks. 2 days, he will be dead. 2 weeks is too long. My brother, my sister. Hey! So what Okyeame Kwame is saying is simple. If you are prepared for peace, please also prepare for war, because there are people who are making a fortune out of war and warmongering. How many people understand this simple language? There are people who are fattening up on corruption. When you are coming to fight corruption, you are blowing the food out of their mouths. They will fight you. That's what they say. When you fight corruption, corruption will fight back right at you. Can I go deeper? Hear me now. This is what I've been preaching all these years. The mindset. Missy, yen mindset or what else? What are we talking about? A Ghanaian in Ghana is lazy like a duckling. Like a car that is just purring and waiting for milk. Meow. Sleeping day and night. The moment they find themselves in a country where people have a better mindset, like America or England, they all of a sudden forget the Ghanaian in them. They behave exactly like human beings when they go to America and England. The day they enplane back to Ghana for holidays, they wear their Ghanaian clothes again and behave like the same animals that they left behind some years back. I am angry. Hey, go to America, live amongst Ghanaians. each. Ali ochina say 5 or say me sorry kwe juma and me call my set me alarm no cry anti be blue be say 2 hours before time. Sorry I'm dware kakra my twati kakra na straight na me kwe juma. Bus no so be say 45 minutes time and to my workplace no be take me be say 25 minutes till I will mama me 15 minutes be just in case anything happens. Not in Ghana. He would make sure that he comes late. After all, the rich have a penchant of attending meetings late. In Ghana, only poor people attend meetings on time. The rich man is disregarded by himself and by people who consider him rich when he arrives early at any gathering. Jesus have mercy. In America, the young and old, the rich and poor, regard time. They appear on time and they leave on time. Not in Ghana. Is that your culture? Culture of laziness? Culture of disregard for time? It hurts, my brother. That's what Okyeame Kwame is talking about. And this is what I keep talking about. That is why I am on a 16 regional tour of Ghana. I have done half of Ghana already. And I'm going from school to school. I'm hitting the marketplaces and I'm hitting the streets with patriotism. I'm talking to the young ones not to let Ghana down. They should change their mindset. In Ghana, you can be qualified like God. You will never get a job as long as you don't know somebody who knows somebody and knows another somebody in power. In Ghana, love is no more important. It is how deep your pocket is and the ethnic group you are coming from. It is sad. Okyeame Kwame has spoken the truth.